guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another Invisalign video, and I am not gonna lie, I am just too lazy today to get ready to actually film a video, so you guys get my memoji. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys an app that I have found super helpful since I've started Invisalign, and the app is called TrayMinder. Alright, so I guess we'll jump right into it. The TrayMinder app is over here in the bottom right hand corner, and when you open it up, the main page that it brings you to is this clock looking thing, and basically what this is used for is to track your aligner wear time. That is the main focus or function of this app, and I have found it to be extremely helpful. Honestly, I don't know how else I would track my wear time if I didn't have this app. So I would definitely recommend it for anybody who is going through Invisalign treatment or, you know, maybe Smile Direct Club or anything similar. I guess starting off in the middle here, the biggest number is how long you wore your trays for on a particular day, and it'll keep counting throughout the day. So today, so far, I've worn my aligners for 17 hours and 6 minutes. The number below that is how long your aligners were out for on that particular day. Today, mine were out for 2 hours, 5 minutes. Around the sort of exterior of the circle there is a darker blue portion with a thumbs up, and that is just, you know, a reflection of the amount of your day that you were wearing your aligners. So think of it as sort of like a pie chart. And then the dark gray portion there with the fork and knife is, again, how long your aligners were out for that particular day. At the bottom, you can see how many days you have left until the end of your treatment based on the information that you enter when you set everything up. And at the top, it'll show you what number aligner you're on. Now, this little light bulb here is just a reminder about sort of how to use the app. It just says remember to tap the timer when you remove your aligners, and that's basically all you ever have to do in this app as far as basic functionality. When you are taking your aligners out to eat, all you do is tap in the middle here, and then it'll bring up a dialog box where you can set the amount of time that you'd want to put on a timer. It will give you a reminder after the amount of time that you've set. You don't have to opt for a reminder. You can just click no reminder, and, you know, whenever you are done eating, you can remember on your own to go back to the app. Personally, I always forget, so it's really good to have that reminder. And if you know, you get distracted, then you will get those pop-ups to remind you, you know, it's time to go brush your teeth and put your aligners back in. So I found that super helpful. And then you're also able to change the amount of time before you get a reminder. I usually leave mine at 15 minutes, but you can change it to 30, 45, an hour, 2 hours, whatever you want. And you can also use the plus and minus to increase or decrease by the minute. And then once you have the time that you want, you just click confirm, and then the circle turns red. So the red indicates that you are not currently wearing your aligners. That way it's really easy to see when you open the app. When you are putting your aligners back in, all you do is tap in the middle of the circle again, and that'll change it back to blue, and it adds the amount of time that your aligners were out for. If you flip over to the next tab at the bottom here, the calendar, this is probably my favorite part of the app, just because it gives you like a larger scale view of how well you are complying to the wear time. One thing I will note though, the default settings for the color code is a bit different than what's recommended by Invisalign. It is recommended that you wear your aligners for 22 hours a day, and in order to make sure that the color coding is properly reflecting that, you will have to change the information in the settings just a bit. So to show you guys what I'm talking about, basically if you click the 3 lines here in the top left corner and then go to settings at the bottom, and under the calendar subheading, there is adjust color codes. Click on that, and then it'll show you if you've worn your aligners for more than 22 hours a day, that day will show green on the calendar, 18 to 22 yellow, and less than 18 will show up red. Now, I believe the default for this will have the days turn green if you've worn your aligners for more than 20 hours a day. So because the recommendation from Invisalign is 22, I've just gone ahead and changed changed my app to reflect that, and it's really easy to do. All you have to do is press like the up or down arrows on the sides here, and that will change it by the hour. So I've just increased mine to 22. And then once you're done, you just click the check mark and you're good to go. So that being said, if I flip through the previous months here, for the most part, I've been pretty good at complying, and then most of these yellow ones are, so I wore mine for 21 hours 54 minutes, so it's basically just on the cusp of the 22, but I like it to sort of reflect whether I have actually worn my trays for the entire 22 hours. And then also there are little icons in the corners of some of the dates. So this star here, I had an appointment April 16th at 8:10 a.m. and I was able to use this little plus button here to add that information to the calendar. That way it would remind me. There is a little camera icon here, and that represents what are called teeth selfies, and I'll get into that a bit later. And then there's also this little like paper icon, and that is just for notes. So on any particular day, if you have a note that you want saved in the app, then it'll come up like that. For instance, I left myself a note saying that I took my elastics out at dinner and I forgot to put them back in until 9:35 p.m. This one, I forgot to wear my elastics overnight, started wearing them again at 9:30 a.m. So it's basically just reminders for myself so that I'm able to sort of make up that time when I wasn't wearing them later on. The last thing with the last couple of things with the calendar, so right at the bottom, once you've selected a date, it'll tell you how long you've been wearing your aligners for so far on a current day, or how long you wore them in total on a previous day. And then at the bottom here, it'll also show all the times when you took your aligners out and put them back in. So it'll show you all like the time punches, so to speak. It also shows you what aligner you're supposed to be on any given day. So down here, I'll be on aligner 15. And also any date underlined in orange just means that that is a switch day. So on the 11th, I switched from aligner 13 to 14, and on the 25th, I'll be switching to 15. That is everything for this calendar view here. So moving on to the next tab, the teeth selfies. This is just somewhere where you can take pictures of your teeth and sort of show the progression throughout your entire treatment. And what I like to do is take pictures at the same few angles. That way I can get a really good comparison tray to tray. So for instance here, I have taken like a front view of my teeth with my aligners on. So this was tray number 1 right at the beginning of my treatment, and I can scroll all the way to tray number 13, which is the last one that I was on, and this is basically the same view, so you can see the difference between this and where I was when I started my treatment. It's a really good way to compare the progression of your teeth throughout your treatment, and I think it's going to be cool to see, you know, how far my teeth have come with actual pictures of my teeth as opposed to say just my clean check. The last tab here is just the like news sort of section, and it'll take you to the TrayMinder Instagram page. I don't really use this, but you know, it's there if you want it for any like updates or information about the app. But that is about it. Again, I think this app is super duper useful for anybody that is currently going through orthodontic treatment with like a clear aligner based plan where you'll have to be tracking wear time. So I would definitely recommend this app to anyone who is currently being treated with Invisalign or Smile Direct Club or anything similar. Invisalign also has their own app that's similar to TrayMinder. It's called My Invisalign, and I actually did have this app installed previously, but I just find that the TrayMinder app is a little bit more straightforward and easy to use. But definitely if you want to try out Invisalign's app, that's also an option. Yeah, but I think that is it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will answer them as soon as I can. And I will see you guys in the next one.